I'm Aaron Nagler. I'm here with Chris Burke via Skype for SI.com, breaking down the New York Giants 2016 NFL Draft. Chris, John Mara coming right out and saying, quote, "It's time to pick it up." In regards to the NFL Draft, does Jerry Reese, the general manager, have to resist the temptation to try and make a splash just for the sake of it in this draft?
Yeah, probably a little bit. I think that was part of the spending spree this offseason. They pushed Tom Coughlin out the door, and Reese, in theory, would probably be the next guy out if they continue to struggle. It's hard to say exactly what that splash pick would be at number 10 if they stay put. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott, I guess, would qualify, but to me, that's a perfectly reasonable pick at 10. Maybe another wide receiver. I think there's only going to be so much temptation because I don't know that there are that many guys that fit that bill in this draft class.
Looking on the defensive side of the ball, this is a team that has used Band-Aids at the linebacker position for seemingly forever. Who can they look at on day one or two to bolster that group?
Well, there's been some buzz about Leonard Floyd for them on day one. It's early for me, but I guess I could see it. You know, he's someone who has some pass rushing chops, is an interesting guy, maybe can play inside for you, can do a number of different things and has some size at 6'6". So day two, you start to get into Josh Perry from Ohio State. Sua Cravens, he's still there, would be really interesting as a weak side guy for them. And one more name to remember, Joe Schobert from Wisconsin is, I really like him in this class. I think he's being vastly underrated. Can play off the edge, but also can drop and do some things in coverage for you.
The Giants could definitely use another wide receiver for Ben McAdoo's offense. They use three wideouts quite a bit. Who could they look at on day two to bolster the wide receiver group?
I think you probably zero in a little bit on those versatile guys and those catch and run guys. And Tyler Boyd, again, is a name that stands out there from Pitt, someone who did a lot of things for that offense. The one that would be fun, I think, in that offense with Odell Beckham drawing so much attention is Braxton Miller, because if you're running those short passes, getting the ball in the hands of your playmakers and letting them go, there might not be a better player in this class in terms of creating with the ball in his hands than Braxton Miller.
Is offensive line this team's greatest need? I mean, who do they look at, especially a tackle on the right side, to kind of help this class?
Yeah, in round one, you know, maybe Ronnie Stanley slips to them. I think that would be a popular pick if he were there. And round two, round three, there's actually going to be quite a few names that project out, at least early, as right tackle types, including Raven Clark from Texas Tech. I think will be a nice find for a team on day two.
And speaking of day two and even day three, who might the Giants look at to bring in some secondary help, especially at the safety position?
Justin Simmons from Boston College is a versatile day two type player. I think could play in either role. Tyvis Powell was the other half of that Ohio State combination with Von Bell. And one to remember on day three, Kayvon Frazier from Central Michigan played some free safety for them. I think he's more of an in-the-box extra linebacker type. So if you trust Landon Collins to play over the top, he'd be a really interesting thumper, could help you with your linebacker issues too.
Those hybrid players are all the rage in the NFL these days. Thanks a lot, Chris. Chris Burke, I'm Aaron Nagler for SI.com.